branded this as a Spirit of Sikhi presentation, because I think these classes that we've had at Sikh Center, some of us have been coming along with it for a while, some of us are new, and we know that over a period of time it's no more about just imparting knowledge, but now we actually telling others that we have the knowledge and that we are confident enough to present it to everyone else. A round of applause to every one of you who has stayed so firm in this dedication. Well done, everyone. I'm not going to spend too much of time with the introductions because we've got 4 presentations. So I think without further ado, let's invite the chairman of the Sikh Center, Hardeep Panji, to come up and say a few words.
Waheguru Ji Ka Khalsa, Waheguru Ji Ki Fateh. A very warm welcome to everyone to the Spirit of Sikhi presentation. We at Sikh Center greatly appreciate your presence here today. The Sikhi Parchar Academy was set up to share the teachings of Sri Guru Granth Sahib Ji with the Sangat of Singapore. There are courses that cover Bani and Santhya classes. We have Sikh History Lecture Series on Sundays, which highlights important events in our Sikh history. Thus, the Sikhi Parchar Academy has been successful in its mission. The quote from Gurbani in our Spirit of Sikhi poster reads, Sikhi Sikhya Gur Vichar Nadri Karam Lagaye Par. By reading Gurbani, understanding it, contemplating on it, and by following the teachings, one can lead a meaningful life. This enables us to overcome any obstacles in our journey on this earth. All the causes of Sikhi Parchar Academy would not have been possible without the expertise of our esteemed lecturers, Dr. Jaswinder Singh and Mr. Apinder Singh. A big thank you to the both of you. The Sikhi Parchar Academy has benefited greatly from the leadership of Panji Harjeet Kaur. Where's Panji Harjeet Kaur? Yes. Both Harjeet Kaur and Harminder Kaur have enthusiastically worked hard in organizing today's event. I would like to thank our manager, Amarjit Singh, who did the preparation for this event. Thank you. Thank you too to our staff, Kalvinder Kaur, who is not here, for all your help. Congratulations to all participants who have completed the Sikhism 201 course. Well done. We hope you will continue attending Sikhi courses in the coming year, and please bring more friends. To the participants of the presentations that we are going to hear, we appreciate your effort and time taken to come forward and participate. Thank you. Waheguru Ji Ka Khalsa, Waheguru Ji Ki Fateh.
Okay, before we start with the first presentation, we decided to make this particular event a little bit more exciting. And since it's called Spirit of Sikhi, let's see how much you remember from your classes. So we'll have a little quiz, right? So we'll start with the first question, and I won't tell you, that's a surprise. You'll get a prize for it, but I won't tell you what it is. It's so nicely wrapped up. First question. Name 2 places where Guru Nanak Ji had a dialogue with Siddhas. No shouting answers, raise hands. Jaswinder, you're not allowed. I'll repeat the question. Name 2 places where Guru Nanak Ji had a dialogue with Siddhas. Raise hands. Yes. Okay. Try this. Dwarka. Dwarka. Not quite. Can we give Birji a little bit of a chocolate? He tried. But the first one is correct. Good. The first one's correct. Achil Batala. Right? Another one? Sumer Parbat and not quite Jagannath. Sumer Parbat and what's the other one? Another chocolate. So we've got actually there have been 2 correct answers already, people. 2 correct answers already there. Name 2 places where Guru Nanak Ji had a dialogue with Siddhas.
So, one for Pandit.
Who is it? Come on, you can do this.
Okay, can we give clue? One clue.
Yes.
One place is in the Uttar Pradesh. Guru Nanak's very famous Gurdwara is Uttar Pradesh.
There was one correct answer there. One correct answer. Yes.
But Nanak cannot sign it.
No.
No. Sumer Parbat is correct. What was the other one?
Achal Batala.
Oh, we get a prize for this. Yeah, this one was almost difficult, right? Okay, we'll roll over the prize.
Anyway, we have not completed, but the course is still ongoing.
Okay, can we give a chocolate to me? Okay, the correct answers are actually, there are more than 2 places actually where he had discussions with the Siddhas. The first, as Panji said, is Sumer Parbat. Second, Achal Batala. Third, Gorakhnath Tilla. And fourth, Gorakh Mata. So there are 4 places where he had discussions with the Siddhas. Okay, so that, we didn't get any special prize, but don't worry, there are more quiz questions to come. I'm sure we're definitely going to give away our prizes. But before that, can we have our first group of presenters up here who have so beautifully come together, and they've been working very hard. I was seeing them pacing up and down before the presentation. You guys are going to do wonderful. And can we have Group A up here? Amarjeet Singh Ji, Anita Ji, Deep Singh Ji, and the namesake again, Deep Singh Ji up here. Oops. This is the answer.
वाहिगुरु जी का खालसा वाहिगुरु जी की फतेह. Das name is Deep Singh. We have been actively volunteered by our classmates to make this presentation today, to share our thoughts on key lessons learned and from attending the Gurbani courses conducted at the Central Sikh Temple. To set the backdrop, this will be a combined presentation for all the Gurbani courses conducted by our esteemed and distinguished lecturers Sardar Apinder Singh Ji and Sardar Dr. Jaswinder Singh Ji at the Central Sikh Temple. The courses conducted include Sri Guru Granth Sahib Ji Santhya, Nit Neem Banis, Asa Ki Var, Shabd Hajare, Dukh Panjani Sahib, Siddh Ghosh, we all didn't got the answers correct, Ardas, Sikhism 101 and Gurmukhi language. The presentation today will be in 5 parts. The first part will cover the profile of the classes. The second on Sikhi 101, the third on Sri Guru Granth Sahib Ji Santhya and Gurbani, and the fourth on Nit Neem Banis. And finally conclude with the contributions of the lecturers and the roles played by the Central Sikh Gurdwara Board and the Sikh Center. To commence the presentation, would not have been possible without the dedicated and committed efforts and contributions of all our fellow classmates. And more importantly, with the blessings and grace of Vaheguru. It would be appropriate at this juncture to first outline the profile of the adult students attending the Gurbani classes at the Central Sikh Gurdwara Board. On the one hand, there are the beginners who are now embarking on the Gurbani learning journey. Then there are those with some Gurbani knowledge who now want to know more. Then there are those with Gurbani knowledge but now want to know the deeper meaning of Gurbani. Finally, there are those like me who actively seek the company of the Sangat as an avenue, a vehicle to learn and appreciate Gurbani. In addition, we have adult learners from other races attending Gurbani classes. Chris, Gopal. While the diverse levels and backgrounds of the students provide for a dynamic, challenging and fruitful learning environment, it also presents an equally important, if not a demanding challenge for Pinderji and Dr. Jasvinderji to ensure that the Gurbani teachings are conducted and disseminated in a balanced and effective way, to which I must say Pinderji and Dr. Jasvinderji have delivered and achieved most ably. We will touch on their contributions later in the presentation. Das would now like to humbly call upon Das' namesake, Deep Singh, to share with you all, the Honorable Sangat, some of the key lessons, messages that we have acquired from attending the Gurbani classes at Central Sikh Temple. Deep Singh Ji.
Waheguru Ji Ka Khalsa, Waheguru Ji Ki Fateh. In a nutshell, Sikhism 101 is firstly an opening of the mind and heart to the treasure trove of Sri Guru Granth Sahib. Secondly, a study of history which includes life and accomplishments of our gurus, historical episodes and prominent figures who played important roles in the development and propagation of Sikhism. And thirdly, a very brief comparative study of other religions to better understand and appreciate the concept and institution of Sikhism. As the scope is so wide, it takes 12 months to complete Sikhism 101. We are only able to highlight in brief some of the important learning lessons which are as enumerated below. The Bani in Sri Guru Granth Sahib emphasizes the importance of Shabads, which provide guidance on the purpose of life, which is essentially to seek union with God and how to achieve it. Some quotes to qualify this are purpose of life. Tisvis Tarti Tha Rathi Tarmsa, meaning in the midst of this, he established the earth as a home for Dharma. How to achieve union with God. Shabad Guru Surat Tunchela. The Shabad is Guru upon whom I lovingly focus my consciousness. I am the Chela, the disciple. The Banis in Sri Guru Granth Sahib are meant not only for Sikhs, but mankind in general. And this can be gathered from many Shabads. One Shabad which aptly describe this is Khatri Brahman Sudves Updesh Chau Varnako Sanja. English meaning the four castes, Khatri, Brahman, Sudra and Vaishya, are equal in respect to the teachings. Shabads also continuously reinforces the concept of truth and truthful living in all aspects of life. One of the Shabads which illustrates this is Sacho aure sabko upar sach achar, meaning truth is higher than everything, but higher still is truthful living. More details on the importance of Shabads in Sri Guru Granth Sahib in guiding our life will be further expounded by our group members and subsequent presentations. The study of Sikh history enable us to understand how the Banis were revealed, collected, and compiled till its first installation in 1604 at Harmandir Sahib. Besides Guru's Banis, the composition of other spiritually enlightened saints, Bhagats, etc., who had different religions, language, culture, race, caste, color, creed, and geographical areas were also included. This again reinforces the fact that Shabads are for all mankind. Ultimately, Guru Gobind Singh Ji added the Banis of the ninth Guru, Guru Tegh Bahadur Ji, and proclaimed Sri Guru Granth Sahib as our eternal living Guru. In the current climate of doubt and controversies, Guru Gobind Singh Ji's parting word of Guru Manyo Granth should put to rest all these misunderstandings. From Sikh history, we also learn that although there were 10 Gurus, there is only one Jyot in all, and hence their mission and ways were the same. There are several Shabads highlighting this, and one of them is Jyot Oha Jugat Sai She Kaya Fir Palti Hai. They shed one light, and the same way, the king just changed his body. The emphasis of single Jyot is an important learning point to allay any misgivings on our Guru's roles, i.e., the first 5 Gurus were spiritual and the subsequent 5 were warrior. In fact, we learn that the former were focused on internal and the latter on external development to create an ideal personality of Sant Sapai. For those who opine that Guru Nanak Ji was only a saint and not a spy, the 4 Shabads known as Babar Vani clearly show otherwise. The pages of the 4 Baniyas are up there. One example is over there. I will not read it. The Banis in Sri Guru Granth Sahib, the Babar Vani in Sri Guru Granth Sahib portrays Guru's protest against political and social injustice on mankind, which he had witnessed. The cruelty and misery perpetrated by the Mughals and the failures of the Indian rulers to protect its citizens were expressed in no uncertain term, both in writing, that is Bani, and verbally by Guruji. Guru Nanak Ji uttered this without regards to his safety, as can be seen from the hostile environment there. The undermentioned Shabad also reinforces Guruji's courageous nature. जो तो प्रेम खिलन का चाओ सिर तर तली गली मेरे आओ इत मार्ग पैर तरीजे सिर दीजिए कान ना कीजिए. The meanings are out there. I will not read further. Lectures on Sikhism 101 also entails the introduction to integral concepts and tenets of Sikhism, some of which are ek oankar, Shabad, Sangat, Kirt Karni, Vand Shakana, Naam Japna, Seva, etc. All these concepts were initiated by Guru Nanak Ji, and the subsequent Gurus further expounded and institutionalized these foundations. Some examples are Kirtakani, Vand Shakana, Sangat Pangat were institutionalized by Guru Angad Ji and his wife Mata Kiwi through Langar Seva. Guru Ramdas Ji institutionalized the central Sikh place of worship by establishing Amritsar. Naam Japna was institutionalized by Guru Arjan Dev Ji when he compiled and installed the scriptures at Amritsar. Sant, Spai, Piri, Miri were institutionalized by Guru Hargobind Ji. In the course of Sikhism 101 studies, one interesting lesson is the concept of Panch, which means exalted one, which is reiterated in the concept of Panch, numerical 5. This was mooted by Guru Nanak Ji and highlighted in Japji Sahib, which states Panch Parvan, Panch Pardhan, Panche Pave, Darge Man, Panche Soe, Dara Rajan, Panche Ka Gur Ek Tyan. In short, the exalted one single-mindedly focus on the Guru. In Japji Sahib, you also learn 5 stages of spiritual progress leading to the ultimate truth. The 5 stages are Dharam Kand, righteousness, Gyan Kand, knowledge, Sharam Kand, spiritual endeavor, Karam Kand, grace, and Sach Kand, truth. The first 3 steps are to be taken by the individual, and the subsequent 2 are bestowed by Vaheguru. This point is further highlighted in numerous shabads, prompting to take the first step, one of which is Charan Saran Gur Ek Penda Jai Chal, Satgur Kot Penda Age Hoi Let Hai. If you just walk one step towards the sanctuary of the Guru's feet, the Guru takes millions of steps to receive you. This dispels the common excuse that we are waiting for Guru's kirpa before we can pursue the spiritual path. Guru Gobind Singh Ji institutionalized the concept of Panch by bestowing the Panch Pyare as Khalsa. Guru Gobind Singh gave and took Amrit from the Panch Pyare. The name of the Panch Pyare, each name has a significance. The names of these Panch Pyare appropriately describe the qualities we must have for our spiritual journey to seek union with Vaheguru Ji. Learning Sikh history also gave us a better understanding of certain banis and circumstances that led to its composition. Example, Japji Sahib, Sikh Ghost, which is a dialogue between Guru Nanak and the Sikhs, Badarwani, Shabad Hazare, etc. In Sikhism 101, we also learn that Janam Sakhis, stroke Sakhis, are an integral part of Sikhism. We have focused on Sakhis as they are not merely anecdotes, stories, folklore, as their purpose are to reinforce and convey important messages in understanding Shabads and concept in Sri Guru Granth Sahib. It is not uncommon to hear doubts on Sakhis because literal meanings are taken instead of comprehending the message it conveys. Example of some such Sakhis and message it conveyed are Guru Nanak Ji's visit to Mecca and placing his leg towards Kaaba. And when Guruji's feet are moved, the story goes, the Makkah also turned. I think people doubt this, but I think the important thing is here. The message it conveys is why Guru Ji is omnipresent, that means everywhere. That is the message being conveyed. Another example, Bhai Lalo and Malik Pago, whereby Guruji squeezed the bread from the dough and milk oozed from the former and blood from the latter. The message conveyed is in essence two of the three basic tenets of Sikhism, i.e. Kirtkani and Vanshakna. Study of history also teaches us that besides the Gurus, there were several other spiritually enlightened individuals who play prominent roles in the development of Sikhism. There are too many, and due to time constraint, we have highlighted only a few. Bhai Gurdas Ji, a Sikh disciple par excellence and a contemporary of Guru period. He had the honor of scribing the Art Granth, the first copy of Sri Guru Granth Sahib, dictated by Guru Arjan Ji. He was also the author of Vas, Kabitsvaye, that are invaluable tool in interpreting the Guru's Bani, Rehat in Itias. Guru Arjan Ji enjoined his Sikhs to read Bhai Gurdas' writings and describe them as the key to the Art Granth. Bhai Mani Singh. If we do not read history, Bhai Mani Singh is known only to many as one of the martyrs who had limb cut from each joint. However, history tells us that he and his siblings were spiritually enlightened and that more than 20 of his family were similarly martyred. He scribed Guru Tegh Bahadur's composition that compiled in Sri Guru Granth Sahib. He expanded the first of Bhai Gurdas Vas into Janam Sakhi of the life of Guru Nanak Ji called Gyan Ratnavali. He also wrote another work, Tapagat Ratnavali, an expansion of Bhai Gurdas' 11th War, which contained a list of famous Sikhs up to the time of Guru Hargobind Ji. He also collected the composition of Guru Gobind Singh and his 52 poets and compiled it in the Dasam Granth. He was also the head Granthi of Darbar Sahib, Amritsar. Mata Kiwi. From history we learn that Mata Kiwi, the wife of Guru Angad Dev Ji, the only Sikh woman named in the Sri Guru Granth Sahib, was a very spiritually elevated person. Without the benefit of historical knowledge, most know her for her role in Langar Seva only. Again, from study of Sikh history, it is revealed that she played an important role in assisting her husband during his spiritual training and guruship, Baba Deep Singh. He is portrayed only as a warrior, but history teaches us he was also spiritually elevated. He had written 4 copies of Sri Guru Granth Sahib, which were sent to 4 Takhtas, namely Akal Takht Sahib, Keshgara Sahib, Patna Sahib, Hazur Sahib. There are numerous other Sikhs who have not been given due recognition unless we study history. In conclusion, without studying our Sikh history, we will not be able to have a good understanding and appreciation of Sri Guru Granth Sahib and Sikhism. I now call upon Anita to present lessons learned from Santhya and Bani studies. Waheguru Ji Ka Khalsa, Waheguru Ji Ki Fateh.
Waheguru Ji Ka Khalsa, Waheguru Ji Ki Fateh. First and foremost, thank you for giving us this opportunity to share, to express what we have learned and gained in our Santhya and Gurbani classes. We'll be focusing only on few key points. Right pause in Santhya reading, general misconceptions of Maya and Mukti, importance of Sat Sangat. Firstly, would like to share with the Sangat about the right pauses in Gurbani reading. Santhya is about reading the Sri Guru Granth Sahib Ji with proper pauses for better understanding. In the beginning, it was a great challenge for all of us, for previously we used to read the Japji side without a pause. For example, Gave ko tan, hove kise tan, gave ko dat, jane nisan. Today, we read with the right pauses. Gave ko tan, hove kise tan, gave ko dat, jane nisan. To further expound on the pauses, the wrong pause can change the entire meaning of the Shabad and the sentence. Thus, we won't have clarity to what Guruji is trying to explain to us. Wrong pause and wrong meaning. Nanak Manmukh and Pyar. This means the mind-oriented Nanak loves spiritual darkness. In ignorance, we have changed the meaning of the Shabad and calling our Guruji a Manmukh, who is God to us. Is this not upsetting, Ji? Right pause and actual meaning. Nanak, Manmukh and Pyar. The correct meaning, Nanak says, the mind-oriented loves spiritual darkness. Now, you can understand the importance of right pauses in Sandhya Gurbani reading. On a lighter note, I would like to give another example from the Punjabi medieval language called Lande Akkar, which are letters with consonants only, without laga matra. These Lande Akkars were used for correspondence in the medieval times. Sometimes a wrong pause can change the whole meaning of the sentence. As you can see the sentence on the slide, there is no laga matra. There's no kana, sihari, bihari, lama, dulama, onkar, dulankar. Any guesses how's this sentence supposed to be read? Give it a try. Malkit Benji, would you like to try? That's a good try. Okay, the boy over there likes to try. Oh, Lala Ajmer. Okay, that's a very good try. But see, with the wrong pause, the meaning changes. With the right pause, the actual word is Lala Ji Ajmer gaye hain. Moving forward, would like to share some misconceptions we had about Maya and Mukti, delusion and liberation. After attending classes, there is now better clarity on the concepts of Maya and Mukti. The basic human condition is one of being plagued by delusion. We use the term Maya for this. Life in Maya means we are deluded when we mistake the world for something that it is not. We think it is separate from God when it is not. Very beautifully elaborated by Sri Guru Amar Das Ji in Anand Sahib. ए वे संसार तुम देखते, ए हर का रूप है, हर रूप नदरी आया. This whole world which you see is the image of the Lord. Only the image of the Lord is seen. This is the world God made for us, His world. But we have made it into our own world. We think that impermanent things are worth pursuing, like wealth, beauty, fame, when in reality they are not. If we spend all our time gathering material things, we will live an incomplete life. In the end, nothing goes with us, not even our loved ones, not even our own bodies. High thinking, simple living is advocated by our Gurujis. Mad Niva Man Uchi. Now, on Mukti. Mukti is the term for spiritual liberation, release from the cycle of death and rebirth, and attainment of union with Waheguruji in this life, at death, and in the afterlife. Indeed, the goal of life is to live a life of spiritual liberation and balance while still in this world. The term for this is Jivan Mukt, or liberated in the body. That is, still living in this world, in one's body, in one's life, but living in a spiritual, liberated, balanced and awakened way, clearly expressed by our Guruji Sri Guru Sri Guru Ram Das Ji. Jivan Mukt, so akhiye, mar jive mariya. Those who die and remain dead while yet alive are said to be Jivan Mukt, liberated while yet alive. This state is only possible with the grace of Waheguruji, which comes to a devotee through pure devotion and complete submission to his divine name and hukum, as excellently described by our Guruji Sri Guru Amar Das Ji. Kehe Nanak Gur Parsadi, Jinna live lagi, Tinni viche maya paya. Says Nanak, by Guru's grace, those who enshrine love for the Lord find Him in the midst of Maya. Moving on, the final point is the importance of Sat Sangat. Sat Sangat is a very important pillar in Sikhism. The company one keeps is a great force, and it plays a significant role in shaping a person. If we keep the company of thieves and evil doers, we acquire the evil ways. Those who keep the Gurmat company are molded into a true Gur Sikh. Sat Sangat is the way to get rid of the evil in the mind, and the Guru draws the disciple towards him like a magnet. If there's dust coating the needle, the magnet cannot attract the needle. We need the Sat Sangat to clear the inside dust, to become pure. Even sinners, demons and fools get transformed in the company of the Sat Sangat. Bhai Bidhi Chand Ji is a very good example from history, who was a thief and was transformed to a saint in the company of the Sat Sangat. Bhagat Kabir Ji has expressed this beautifully. Jo jaisi sangat mile, so taiso phal khaye. According to the company one keeps, so are the fruit one eats. Sat Sangat is a wide concept in Sikhism. It does not only mean that you just sit in the Darbar hall and listen to Kirtan and Katha. Sat Sangat is when we discuss ultimate reality. Even now, we are in the company of the Sat Sangat. We are honored to have you all as Sat Sangat. That's why in Ardas, we pray and seek the company of the Sat Sangat. Sei pyare mel, jina miliya, tera naam chit aave. Kindly cause us to meet those true devotees, by meeting whom we may remember and meditate upon your name. Sangat has a multidimensional aspect for self-realization, self-improvement, and produces harmony and internal bliss. Sri Guru Nanak Parchar Ji had commenced the tradition of having discussions, dialogues for spiritual elevation, to clear doubts, to eliminate misconceptions, etc. at Kartarpur Sahib, as Bhai Gurdas Ji mentioned in his writings. Gyan Kosh, Charcha Sadam, Anhad Shabad, Uthe Dundkara. Discussions, dialogues for the sake of knowledge, and the melodies of unstruck sound were ever heard in Kartarpur Sahib. So, we feel that we are following the same traditions by having these classes, the tradition of Sri Guru Nanak Parchar Ji. As in classes, we have discussions, we exchange ideas, meanings, and how Gurbani appeals to each of us. These classes are insightful and interactive. After learning, one can share with others and move towards a spiritual direction for humanity. In conclusion, there is so much for us to learn, unfold, improve, as Gurbani is amazing, beautiful, indescribable, immeasurable ocean of love. With Waheguru's grace, we need to dive into the Bani more and more. Humbly request the Sangat to recite and invoke the blessings of Waheguruji. Let us all recite the following Shabad together. तुम करो दया मेरे साईं, ऐसी मत दीजे मेरे ठाकुर, सदा सदा तुझ ध्याई. Can we say it one more from the very depths of our hearts? Please, Sangati, once more. तुम करो दया मेरे साईं, ऐसी मत दीजे मेरे ठाकुर, सदा सदा तुझ ध्याई. भूल चूक माफ करना जी. वाहिगुरु जी का खालसा, वाहिगुरु जी की फतेह. Now, I humbly call upon my classmate Amarjit Singh ji to share some key points. Let's learn from our lessons. Amarjit Singh ji, please.
साथ संगत जियो, आओ फतेह दी सांझ पाइए. वाहिगुरु जी का खालसा, वाहिगुरु जी की फतेह. Our beautiful Sikh greetings. Unfortunately, even to utter these greetings was a challenge, but not anymore. Thanks to Gurbani and the blessings of the Sat Sangat, the two pillars in Sikh perspective. तेरे गुण बहुते मैं एक ना जानिया, मैं मूर्ख किछ दीजे. Your glories are so numerous, I don't even know a single one of them. I'm such a fool, isn't it? Please bless me some. There was already an extensive presentation by my peers earlier. Our group's focus is on linking up Shabads from our daily prayers to help us illustrate this presentation. Objective and importance of this human life. Prani, tu aya laha len. O mortal, you came here to earn a profit. Does this not remind us of what we are doing in our daily life? We too require to go out to earn in terms of money, to earn profit in terms of money. To sustain what? To sustain basic life necessities, right? Roti, kapda, makan. But mind you, without the Guruji's wisdom, all these necessities tend to go out of proportion. Moreover, we recite the Bani every day. But more often than not, we overlook the essence of understanding our Guruji's message. Pai Parapat Manuk Dehuriya Gobind Milan ki ek teri bariya. This human body has been given to you. This is your opportunity to meet the Lord of the universe. We all have been blessed with this golden opportunity and the necessary wisdom from our Guruji. So let's capitalize this limited time that we all have been given. In spite of knowing all these objectives, we are still not prioritizing our limited time. Art kate, dinasre nare, man gur mil kaj sware. this life is diminishing day and night. Meeting with the Guru, your affairs shall be resolved. Just like this clock over here, it's ticking away. But as soon as the battery wears off, it goes silent. In the same way, this body will be silent as soon as the breaths are exhausted. How is Guruji advising us to transform so as to resolve our objective of life? A pankti from Japji Sahib aptly describes this transformation. Mat vich ratan jawahar manak je ek gur ki sikh suni. Within the mind are gems, jewels and rubies. Within the mind are gems, jewels and rubies if we listen to even one of Guruji's teaching. Guru Sahib Ji is advising us human beings that the gems and jewels that we are searching outside is in fact in the Guru Shabad. Thus, we need to recite with understanding and introspect the teachings of Sri Guru Granth Sahib Ji in our daily life. Bottom line, just reading lots of books about swimming and diving and foregoing the practical aspect will not bring us there. It's just impossible. But if Waheguru Ji bestows His grace, that too comes to pass. In conclusion, I would humbly like to share with you the Honorable Sangat, an inspirational medicine, Dawai. Dawai ਮੇਸਤੇ ਪਈ ਨਹੀਂ ਸਰੀਰ ਦੇ ਅੰਦਰ ਜਾਵੇ ਤਾਂ ਅਸਰ ਕਰਦੀ ਹੈ। ਇਸੇ ਤਰ੍ਹਾਂ ਚੰਗੇ ਵਿਚਾਰ ਸਿਰਫ ਬੋਲਣ ਤੋਂ ਨਹੀਂ ਮਨ 'ਚ ਉਤਰ ਜਾਣ ਤਾਂ ਅਸਰ ਹੋਏਗਾ। ਸਤਿਗੁਰ ਕਿਰਪਾ ਕਰਨ ਸਾਨੂੰ ਸਾਰਿਆਂ ਨੂੰ ਨਾਮ ਰੂਪੀ ਦਵਾਈ ਲੈਣ ਦੀ ਜਾਂਚ ਆ ਜਾਵੇ ਤਾਂ ਜੋ ਅਸੀਂ ਇਸ ਅਮੋਲ ਜਨਮ ਦਾ ਲਾਹਾ ਲੈ ਸਕੀਏ। ਦੇਹੋ ਅਸੀਸ ਬਲਾਓ ਫਤਿਹ। ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਜੀ ਕਾ ਖਾਲਸਾ ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਜੀ ਕੀ ਫਤਿਹ। I now humbly call upon Veer Deep Singh Ji to conclude today's presentation. Thank you.
Das would now like to humbly share with the Honorable Sangat the contributions of our esteemed lecturers, Apinder Singh Ji and Dr. Jaswinder Singh Ji. In all pursuits of knowledge and learning, the teacher or the guru plays the key role, if not the role, in ensuring the effective teaching, sharing and dissemination of professional knowledge. To this end, we would all like to put on record that we are all indeed fortunate and very honored to have such knowledgeable, dedicated and committed lecturers in Apinder Singh Ji and Dr. Jaswinder Singh Ji. Both complement one another well in the effective teaching and dissemination of Gurbani. Both lecturers have also gone the extra mile in terms of time and effort to teach and guide us in our Gurbani learning journey. Together, they make a great team. Both Apinder Ji and Dr. Jaswinder Ji are assets for the Singapore Sikh community in the teaching and dissemination of Gurbani and should be duly recognized and appreciated by the management of the Central Sikh Gurdwara Board and Sikh Center. Thus request the Honorable Sangat to join us all in extending our heartfelt appreciation to both Apinder Ji and Dr. Jaswinder Ji Bole so nihal. Sat Sri Akal. Last but not least, we all sincerely extend our deep felt appreciation to the Central Sikh Gurdwara Board in general and the Sikh Centre in particular for undertaking these noble efforts of promoting, teaching and disseminating Gurbani. To this end, we all humbly request for these noble efforts to continue with earnest. In conclusion, the Gurbani learning journey has been a timely awakening and a humbling experience for all of us. It is especially important for us as adult learners who may have missed the opportunity to study Gurbani in our younger days. As the saying goes, it is never too late to learn. And as a Sikh, one should always aspire to continuously learn and gain spiritual knowledge. Thus, the Gurbani learning journey never ends. It is ongoing and it is aptly described in the liner, Gursek Meet, Chalo Gur Chali. O Sikhs of the Guru, O friends, walk on the Guru's path. Polchok maaf karna. Waheguru Ji Ka Khalsa, Waheguru Ji Ki Fateh.
Thank you very much, Group A. They were encompassing Sikhi 101, Gurbani Sandhya and nickname classes, and they did a fantastic job. I personally learnt a lot, relearnt a lot, and was touched by the dedication and the passion that they showed, and actually told us about what they had learnt. Well done. Before we go on to the second presentation by Indrajit Kaurji, there's another quiz, and this time I'm determined to give out something more than a chocolate. All right, this question: in which rag is the Bani Asa Ki Var written in the Guru Granth Sahib Ji? Hand. There's one here. Pardon? Yeah, which rag is it in? There you go, there's one there. Asa Ki Rag. Can we have a book prize for Panji up there? It is in Rag Asa. So in which rag is the Bani Asa Ki Var written in the Guru Granth Sahib Ji? It is Rag Asa. So which Panji? Apinder, Ji, please give that Panji also a book. I think they probably said the answer at the same time.
Yes.
Next presenter.
Alright, can we have Indrajit Panji ready for her presentation?
वाहिगुरु जी का खालसा वाहिगुरु जी की फतेह। पूजा अकाल की परचा शब्द ਦਾ ਦੀਦਾਰ ਖਾਲਸੇ ਦਾ। ਜਦੋਂ ਤੋਂ ਅਸੀਂ ਕਲਾਸਾਂ ਸ਼ੁਰੂ ਕੀਤੀਆਂ ਸਭ ਤੋਂ ਪਹਿਲਾਂ ਸਾਨੂੰ ਇਹੀ ਸਿਖਾਇਆ ਸੀ ਕਿ ਸ਼ਬਦ ਗੁਰੂ ਸੁਰਤ ਧਨ ਚੇਲਾ। ਗੁਰੂ ਨਾਨਕ ਦੇਵ ਜੀ ਨੇ ਕਿਰਤ ਕਰਨੀ ਵੰਡ ਕੇ ਛਕਣਾ ਤੇ ਨਾਮ ਜਪਣਾ ਦੱਸਿਆ ਹੈ। ਸਿੱਖ ਧਰਮ ਸਰਬੱਤ ਦਾ ਭਲਾ ਮੰਨਦਾ ਹੈ ਤੇ ਕਦੇ ਵੀ ਆਪਣੇ ਮਨ ਵਿੱਚ ਕਿਸੇ ਦਾ ਬੁਰਾ ਨਹੀਂ ਚਿਤਵਦਾ। ਸਿੱਖ ਗੁਰਬਾਣੀ ਦੇ ਇਸ ਮਹਾਂਵਾਕ ਅਨੁਸਾਰ ਆਪਣੀ ਜੀਵਨੀ ਉਸਾਰਦਾ ਹੈ। ਅੱਬਲ ਅੱਲਾ ਨੂਰ ਅਪਾਇਆ ਕੁਦਰਤ ਕੇ ਸਭ ਬੰਦੇ ਏਕ ਨੂਰ ਤੇ ਸਭ ਜਗ ਉਪਜਿਆ, ਕੌਣ ਭਲੇ ਕੌਣ ਮੰਦੇ। ਪੰਗਤ ਵਿੱਚ ਬੈਠ ਕੇ ਬਿਨਾਂ ਕਿਸੇ ਵਿਤਕਰੇ ਤੋਂ ਪ੍ਰਸ਼ਾਦ ਛਕਣ ਤਾਂ ਕਿ ਸਾਰੇ ਹੀ ਇੱਕ ਪਰਿਵਾਰ ਦੇ ਮੈਂਬਰ ਸਮਝਣ। ਆਪ ਕਮਾਓ, ਰੱਜ ਕੇ ਖਾਓ ਅਤੇ ਲੋੜਵੰਦਾਂ ਦਾ ਨਿਸ਼ਾਨਾ ਸਾਹਮਣੇ ਰੱਖੋ। ਘਾ ਖਾਏ ਕੁਛ ਹੱਥੋਂ ਦੇ, ਨਾਨਕ ਰਾਹ ਪਛਾਣੇ ਸੀ। ਦਸਾਂ ਗੁਰੂਆਂ ਦੀ ਬਾਣੀ ਬਾਰੇ ਸਾਨੂੰ ਪੜ੍ਹਾਇਆ ਅਤੇ ਸਮਝਾਇਆ ਹੈ। ਇਹ ਕਲਾਸਾਂ ਅਟੈਂਡ ਕਰਨ ਨਾਲ ਜ਼ਿੰਦਗੀ ਦਾ ਨਜ਼ਰੀਆ ਹੀ ਬਦਲ ਗਿਆ ਹੈ। ਮੈਂ ਆਪਣੇ ਮਨ ਨਾਲ ਖੋਜ ਕੀਤੀ ਹੈ ਕਿ ਸਾਡੇ ਅੰਦਰ ਕੀ ਕਮੀਆਂ ਹਨ ਤੇ ਬਹੁਤ ਹੀ ਕਮੀਆਂ ਤੇ ਕਮਜ਼ੋਰੀਆਂ ਹਨ। ਕੀ ਘਾਟਾ ਹੈ, ਅਧੂਰਾਪਨ, ਬਹੁਤ ਗਲਤ ਫਹਿਮੀਆਂ ਅੰਦਰ ਛੁਪੀਆਂ ਬੈਠੀਆਂ ਹਨ। ਪ੍ਰੋਫੈਸਰ ਸਾਹਿਬਾਂ ਦੇ ਐਕਸਪਲੇਨ ਕਰਨ ਤੋਂ ਪਤਾ ਲੱਗਿਆ ਹੈ ਕਿ ਇਹਨਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਕਿਵੇਂ ਦੂਰ ਕਰਨਾ ਹੈ। ਕਲਾਸਾਂ ਨੇ ਹੀ ਜਗਾਇਆ ਹੈ। ਜਿਵੇਂ ਕਿ ਜਪਜੀ ਸਾਹਿਬ ਵਿੱਚ ਆਉਂਦਾ ਹੈ, ਆਈ ਪੰਥੀ ਸਗਲ ਜਮਾਤੀ, ਮਨ ਜੀਤੈ ਜਗ ਜੀਤ। ਜੇ ਮਨ ਦੀ ਖੁਸ਼ੀ ਚਾਹੀਦੀ ਹੈ ਤਾਂ ਸਾਨੂੰ ਮਨ ਨੂੰ ਆਪਣੇ ਮਗਰ ਲਾਓ, ਨਾ ਕਿ ਮਨ ਦੇ ਮਗਰ ਲੱਗਣਾ ਹੈ। ਮਨ ਦੇ ਖਿਆਲ ਹੀ ਹਨ ਜੋ ਸਾਨੂੰ ਚੈਨ ਨਾਲ ਰਹਿਣ ਨਹੀਂ ਦਿੰਦੇ। ਮਨ ਪੰਛੀ ਦੀ ਤਰ੍ਹਾਂ ਟਿੱਕੇ ਨਹੀਂ ਬਹਿੰਦਾ, ਮਿੰਟਾਂ ਵਿੱਚ ਹੀ ਬਿਨਾਂ ਟਿਕਟੋਂ ਉਡਾਰੀਆਂ ਲਾਉਂਦਾ ਰਹਿੰਦਾ ਹੈ। ਇਸ ਨੂੰ ਸਮਝਾਉਣ ਲਈ ਦੇਰ ਲੱਗੇਗੀ, ਪਰ ਪੂਰੀ ਕੋਸ਼ਿਸ਼ ਹੈ। ਬਾਣੀ ਕੀ ਹੈ, ਕਿਵੇਂ ਪੜ੍ਹਨੀ ਹੈ, ਕਿਵੇਂ ਸਮਝਣੀ ਹੈ, ਸਿਰਫ ਸਮਝਣੀ ਹੀ ਨਹੀਂ, ਪੜ੍ਹ ਕੇ ਆਪਣੀ ਜ਼ਿੰਦਗੀ ਵਿੱਚ ਲਿਆ ਕੇ ਆਪਣੇ ਆਪ ਨੂੰ ਕਿਵੇਂ ਬਦਲਣਾ ਹੈ। ਜੋ ਸ਼ਬਦ ਗੁਰੂ ਹੈ ਉਸ ਰਸਤੇ ਤੇ ਚੱਲਣਾ, ਇਹੀ ਬਾਣੀ ਪੜ੍ਹਨ ਦਾ ਲਾਭ ਹੈ। ਗੁਰਬਾਣੀ 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 ਗਾਵੋ ਭਾਈ, ਇਹ ਸਫਲ ਸਦਾ ਸੁਖਦਾਈ। ਜਿਸ ਤਰ੍ਹਾਂ ਅਸੀਂ ਆਪਣੇ ਔਗਣਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਅੰਦਰੋਂ ਕੱਢੀਏ ਤੇ ਅੰਦਰ ਦੀ ਸਫਾਈ ਕਰੀਏ, ਨਾ ਕਿ ਦੂਸਰੇ ਔਗਣਾਂ ਦੇ ਚਿਤਾਰਦੇ ਰਹੀਏ। ਅਸੀਂ ਆਪਣੀਆਂ ਬੁਰਾਈਆਂ ਦੇਖੀਏ ਤੇ ਦੂਜਿਆਂ ਦੀਆਂ ਚੰਗਿਆਈਆਂ। ਚੰਗਾ ਆਚਰਣ ਹੋਵੇ ਤਾਂ ਮਨ ਨੂੰ ਖੁਸ਼ੀ ਮਿਲਦੀ ਹੈ, ਸ਼ਾਂਤੀ ਆਪਣੇ ਆਪ ਹੀ ਆਉਂਦੀ ਹੈ। ਕਰ ਭਲਾ ਹੋ ਭਲਾ, ਅੰਤ ਭਲੇ ਦਾ ਭਲਾ। ਹਮੇਸ਼ਾ ਦਇਆ, ਧਰਮ, ਸੰਤੋਖ, ਸਤ, ਧੀਰਜ, ਨਿਮਰਤਾ, ਹਰ ਇੱਕ ਨੂੰ ਪਿਆਰ ਕਰਨਾ, ਕਿਸੇ ਬੱਚੇ ਦੀ ਪੜ੍ਹਾਈ ਲਈ ਮਦਦ ਕਰਨੀ, ਕਿਸੇ ਗਰੀਬ ਨੂੰ ਰੋਟੀ ਵੇਲੇ, ਇਹੋ ਜਿਹਾ ਸਭ ਕੁਝ ਕਲਾਸਾਂ ਵਿੱਚ ਉਦਾਹਰਣਾਂ ਦੇ ਕੇ ਬਹੁਤ ਹੀ ਸੁਚੱਜੇ ਢੰਗ ਨਾਲ ਸਮਝਾਇਆ ਜਾਂਦਾ ਹੈ। ਸੇਵਾ ਦਿਲੋਂ ਕਰਨੀ ਹੈ, ਨਾ ਕਿ ਦਿਖਾਵੇ ਲਈ। ਪੁੰਨ ਦਾਨ ਕਰਕੇ ਚਤਾਰੋ ਨਾ, ਦਿਖਾਵਾ ਨਾ ਕਰੋ। ਜੇ ਅਰਦਾਸ ਕਰਨ ਵੇਲੇ ਗਿਆਨੀ ਨਾਂ ਲੈਣਾ ਭੁੱਲ ਜਾਵੇ ਤਾਂ ਗੁੱਸਾ ਨਹੀਂ ਕਰਨਾ ਚਾਹੀਦਾ। ਅਸੀਂ ਤਾਂ ਕੁਝ ਵੀ ਦੇਣ ਜੋਗੇ ਨਹੀਂ, ਅਸੀਂ ਤਾਂ ਖੁਦ ਮੰਗਦੇ ਹਾਂ। ਜੋ ਹੋਣਾ ਹੈ ਗੁਰੂ ਦੇ ਹੁਕਮ ਨਾਲ ਹੀ ਹੋਣਾ ਹੈ। ਹੁਕਮ ਰਜਾਈ ਚੱਲਣਾ, ਨਾਨਕ ਲਿਖਿਆ ਨਾਲ। ਜ਼ਿੰਦਗੀ 'ਚ ਕਈ ਵਾਰੀ ਦੁੱਖਾਂ ਤਕਲੀਫਾਂ ਦਾ ਸਾਹਮਣਾ ਕਰਨਾ ਪੈਂਦਾ ਹੈ। ਸੁੱਖ ਭਰਾਉਣਾ ਨਹੀਂ ਚਾਹੀਦਾ। ਸਾਨੂੰ ਬਾਣੀਆਂ ਪੜ੍ਹਾਈਆਂ ਜਾਂਦੀਆਂ ਹਨ ਅਤੇ ਦਰਸ ਅਰਥ ਵੀ ਵਧੀਆ ਤਰੀਕੇ ਨਾਲ ਦੱਸੇ ਜਾਂਦੇ ਹਨ। ਜਦੋਂ ਕਲਾਸ ਅਟੈਂਡ ਕਰਦੇ ਹਾਂ ਤਾਂ ਕੋਈ ਚੰਗਾ ਮਾੜਾ ਖਿਆਲ ਨਹੀਂ ਆਉਂਦਾ। ਮਨ ਸ਼ਾਂਤੀ 'ਚ ਹੁੰਦਾ ਹੈ, ਜਿਵੇਂ ਸੰਗਤੀ ਰੂਪ ਵਿੱਚ ਸਤਸੰਗ ਚੱਲ ਰਿਹਾ ਹੁੰਦਾ ਹੈ। ਕੁਝ ਮਹੀਨੇ ਪਹਿਲਾਂ ਥੋੜ੍ਹੀ ਦੇਰ ਢਿੱਲ ਮੱਠ ਹੋਈ, ਅਟੈਕ ਸੀ। ਤਕਲੀਫ ਤਾਂ ਹੋਵੇਗੀ ਹੀ, ਪਰ ਮਨ ਘਬਰਾਇਆ ਨਹੀਂ, ਡਰਿਆ ਨਹੀਂ, ਬਿਲਕੁਲ ਉਦਾਸ ਨਹੀਂ ਹੋਇਆ। ਕਿਸੇ ਤਰ੍ਹਾਂ ਦਾ ਵੀ ਕੋਈ ਖਿਆਲ ਨਹੀਂ ਆਇਆ, ਸਿਰਫ ਗੁਰਬਾਣੀ ਵੱਲ ਧਿਆਨ ਗਿਆ। ਜਪਜੀ ਸਾਹਿਬ ਦਾ ਪਾਠ ਹੋਇਆ ਤੇ 10ਵੇਂ ਪਾਤਸ਼ਾਹ ਨੇ ਇੱਦਾਂ ਲੱਗਿਆ ਕਿ ਮੇਰੀ ਬਾਂਹ ਫੜੀ ਹੋਈ ਹੈ। ਮੇਰੇ ਅੰਦਰ ਚੌਪਈ ਦਾ ਪਾਠ ਚੱਲ ਰਿਹਾ ਸੀ ਤੇ ਇਹ ਵੀ ਖਿਆਲ ਆਉਂਦਾ ਸੀ ਕਿ ਮੈਂ ਗੁੱਡੀ ਉਸ ਦਾਦੇ ਦੀ, ਉਹਦੇ ਹੱਥ ਮੇਰੀ ਡੋਰੀ ਏ, ਉਹਦਾ ਸਿਰ ਤੇ ਨਾ ਹੱਥ ਹੁੰਦਾ, ਮੈਨੂੰ ਕਿਤੇ ਵੀ ਨਾ ਢੋਈਏ। ਦੁੱਖ ਦਰਦ ਦਾ ਸਮਾਂ ਆਇਆ, ਜਲਦੀ ਹੀ ਅਲੋਪ ਹੋ ਗਿਆ। ਪਰਮਾਤਮਾ ਦੀ ਮਿਹਰ ਦਾ ਸਦਕਾ ਸਿੱਖ ਸਦਾ ਹੀ ਚੜ੍ਹਦੀ ਕਲਾ 'ਚ ਰਹਿੰਦੇ ਹਨ। ਗੁਰੂ ਦੀ ਕਿਰਪਾ ਦੁਆਰਾ ਗੁਰਬਾਣੀ ਪੜ੍ਹੀ ਦੀ ਹੈ, ਪਰ ਯਾਦ ਘੱਟ ਹੀ ਰਹਿੰਦੀ ਹੈ। ਗੁਰਬਾਣੀ ਇਸ ਤਰ੍ਹਾਂ ਸਮਝਾਈ ਜਾਂਦੀ ਹੈ, ਬਹੁਤ ਵਧੀਆ ਸਮਝ ਆ ਜਾਂਦੀ ਹੈ। ਗੁਰਬਾਣੀ ਨਹੀਂ ਯਾਦ ਰਹਿੰਦੀ, ਪਰੰਤੂ ਗੁਰਬਾਣੀ ਦਾ ਨਿਚੋੜ ਮਨ ਵਿੱਚ ਘਰ ਕਰ ਗਿਆ ਹੈ। ਹੁਣ ਆਪਣੇ ਆਪ ਨੂੰ ਪਛਾਣਨ ਦੀ ਕੁਝ ਕੁ ਜਾਚ ਆ ਗਈ ਹੈ ਅਤੇ ਆ ਰਹੀ ਹੈ। ਸਾਡੀ ਸਾਰੀ ਕਲਾਸ ਵੱਲੋਂ ਪ੍ਰੋਫੈਸਰ ਸਾਹਿਬ ਦਾ ਬਹੁਤ ਬਹੁਤ ਧੰਨਵਾਦ ਕਰਦੇ ਹਾਂ ਤੇ ਸਾਡੇ ਕੋਲ ਲਫ਼ਜ਼ ਹੀ ਨਹੀਂ ਬਿਆਨ ਕਰਨ ਵਾਸਤੇ ਕਿ ਕਿਹਨਾਂ ਲਫ਼ਜ਼ਾਂ 'ਚ ਧੰਨਵਾਦ ਕਰੀਏ। ਇਹਨਾਂ ਗੁਰਬਾਣੀ ਸਮਝਾਉਣ ਦਾ ਤਰੀਕਾ ਬਹੁਤ ਹੀ ਪਿਆਰਾ, ਦਿਲ ਖਿੱਚਵਾਂ ਹੈ। ਬਾਣੀ ਪੰਜਾਬੀ ਵਿੱਚ ਹੈ, ਇਹ ਪੰਜਾਬੀ ਤੇ ਅੰਗਰੇਜ਼ੀ ਵਿੱਚ ਸਮਝਾਉਂਦੇ ਹਨ, ਸੋ ਸਭ ਨੂੰ ਸਮਝ ਆ ਜਾਂਦੀ ਹੈ। ਨਾਲ ਹੀ ਕਮੇਟੀ ਦਾ ਵੀ ਬਹੁਤ-ਬਹੁਤ ਧੰਨਵਾਦ ਕਰਦੇ ਹਾਂ। ਜਿਨ੍ਹਾਂ ਸਿੱਖੀ ਕਲਾਸਾਂ ਬਾਰੇ ਸੋਚਿਆ ਤੇ ਸੁਨਹਿਰੀ ਮੌਕਾ ਦਿੱਤਾ। ਸਾਡੀ ਦਿਲੋਂ ਬੇਨਤੀ ਹੈ ਕਿ ਕਲਾਸਾਂ ਸਦਾ ਹੀ ਚੱਲਦੀਆਂ ਰਹਿਣ ਤੇ ਸਾਨੂੰ ਜ਼ਿੰਦਗੀ ਜਿਉਣ ਦੀ ਸੇਧ ਮਿਲਦੀ ਰਹੇ। ਗਲਤੀ ਮਾਫ ਕਰਨੀ। ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਜੀ ਕਾ ਖਾਲਸਾ, ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਜੀ ਕੀ ਫਤਿਹ।
That was Indrajit Kaur ji telling us about her experience in the various classes at Vadda Gurdwara. Thank you very much, Manji. Round of applause for her once more. Before we go on to our third presentations by Gurpal Singh ji and Chris, before that we will have a quiz question, another one. I am again determined to give out not chocolates but a book prize. Alright, let's try this one. Remember, hands up first. Please try not shouting out answers, right? Because we want to try and be fair, and we've only got that many book prizes ready, so we're gonna keep on giving like extra. So, next question here goes. Which river passes nearby Sri Anandpur Sahib? Which river passes nearby Sri Anandpur Sahib? Starts with S. One more try. Well done. Can we give him a book prize? This is second shot at this. Do we have extra book prizes? Right? Do we have one for our little audience at the back? Jaswinder Singh ji is saying that he gave the same answer at the same time. What's your name, bacha? What's your name? I can't hear her. Gurdi. Gurmeet. Well done, Gurmeet. Are you coming to some of our classes, Gurmeet? Not yet. Well done. You can see. Good answer. Potential. Alright, we will then go on to our third presentation. Gurpal Singh ji and Chris are coming up. They've been working very hard. Please give them a round of applause.
ਸਾਧ ਸੰਗਤ ਜੀ, ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਜੀ ਕਾ ਖਾਲਸਾ, ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਜੀ ਕੀ ਫਤਿਹ। ਸਾਧ ਸੰਗਤ ਜੀ, ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਜੀ ਕਾ ਖਾਲਸਾ, ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਜੀ ਕੀ ਫਤਿਹ। Today I'm going to share the presentation. Although I was not born as a Sikh, wherever I came to Gurdwara Sahib, I felt peaceful and blessed. Every day I try to read the Hukamnama and understand its meaning. Some shabad were touching, some shabads and stanzas were touching, and they enlightened my mind. It built my faith in Sri Guru Granth Sahib. I had the interest to learn Guru Bani as well as be able to read it properly and understand the meaning of words in the Guru Granth Sahib. Therefore, I start reading the Bani and practicing it in my home. They build my faith. Some Sangat, I think you, no, like that. Some Sangat members told me about Guru Bani Sandhya class at Central Sikh Temple. By the grace of the Guruji, I joined the Guru Bani Sandhya class and become a baptized Sikh. I start recite from Moon Mantra, then Japji Sahib, and then Japji Sahib. After that, Rais Sahib and Sohila Sahib. In addition, one of my friends, Chris, also joined the Guru Bani Santya class. We both had read 1050 pages of Sri Guru Granth Sahib Ji. Now I invite him to come forward to share the teaching we have learned from our class. Chris G.
Thank you very much, Gurupaji. Respected all, Vaheguru Ji Ka Khalsa, Vaheguru Ji Ki Fateh. As my brother Gurupaji has shared with you all, we have read a total of 1050 pages of Sri Guru Granth Sahib Ji. First, before my presentation starts, I would like to thank our professor teacher, Dr. Jaswinder Singh, for helping us out and understand the meaning of Sri Guru Granth Sahib. We have learned many topics as well as values from him during our lessons, so I would like to share a few pointers with you all now. Okay, the very first point I would like to share with you all is the concept of, which I myself find very appealing in Sikhism, is the concept of one God as well as universal brotherhood. This one God concept transcends the barriers of race, caste, religion, and cultures. Yeah, it emphasizes the oneness of humanity, and gives us all the more chances to experience God in any culture that we are born in. So we can be Japanese or Indian, Malay or Chinese or even Mexican. We can experience that one light. So let's take a look at what the Guru Granth Sahib tell us. It says, Sapame Jota Jota hai soi. There's only one light in everyone. So this one light means it's the same throughout everyone, and it's not limited to any particular person. The second point is this there chanana sapame chanana hoi. That light is radiant within all of us. It is not only radiant in a particular person who is rich or poor, or very good looking or very ugly. Yeah. Okay. So the second point I would like to come to is the second point is about truthful living. This truthful living is mentioned in Guru Granth Sahib as it's here. Okay, it is the concept where we have to share our honest living, hard work with people of other like unfortunate ones. Okay, in the Gurupani is stated that truth is higher than everything, but higher still is truthful living. Sacha hu ore sapako upara sacha archara, as stated by one of my presenters just now, classmate. So the three pillars of Sikhism are namely Kita Takaro, second is Wanda Shako, and the third is Nam Chako. So these three elements are very crucial for us to understand the wisdom of Guruji's teaching, which we can apply in our life. In order to get this truthful living is not easy for us, because unless we do these three elements, we can't really come to the platform of understanding how truthful living is important for us to develop as seekers of the truth. Six. Okay, the third point is about contentment. The Gurupani stanza, which particularly stated it, is Dala Vichatina Vastu Bayo Satasan Toka Vicharo. Are you able to recite it with me? Please do and help me out with it. Okay, let's go. Dala Vichatina Vastu Bayo Satasan Toka Vicharo. Upon this plate, three things have been placed. These three are, firstly, truth, contentment, and reflection. Okay, unless we reflect on the wisdom of Guruji, we can't really come to the platform where we can find the truth and subsequently get contentment in our life. Contentment is described as that state of mind whereby we no longer hanker or lament for anything which we desire or we missed out in life. Yeah. So whenever I look around my daily life, my personal experience, people who are rich and drive big Mercedes or have 3 houses, with a big fat, not tummy, big fat bank account and a very good children, somehow they look very sad, very down, and they are discontent. So, yeah. So that is how being rich and all that is not really conducive. It's not enough for this unless we take into consideration Guruji's teaching. Okay, the 4th point is about Sikhi manner of talking. It teaches that we must listen before we speak. Whether it's in a class or outside when we deal with friends or family members, we must always listen first before we respond. Otherwise our mind cannot process, right? Okay, the stanza in Guru Granth Sahib that state these are, firstly, Mitata Nivi Nanaka Guna Changyai Tata. Sweetness and humility, oh Nanaka, are the essence of virtue and goodness. Yeah? So, if we are able to talk in such a good manner, we'll be able to understand more about what the person is saying, and our speech also must be sweet and not hurt anyone. That means we must be humble, yeah? So that we can have a real good communication. Otherwise, it will be just one-sided always. Okay. Okay, the purpose of our speech in general must be always to share values, important values, and not to slander other people or gossip. It's not like in the Langar Hall you start to gossip. But we must always have a good element of knowledge sharing. Yeah, it's a sharing of gyan, which is very important in Sikhi. Okay. Okay, the two points in Gurbani which emphasize this is Sant Mile Kiche Sunye Kaye. When you meet a saint, talk to him. Listen to him first and then say something. Yeah, we cannot just jump into conclusion or talk before he does. Whenever I see some groups, like whether it's in Sikh Center or outside, right? When I see a lecturer talk, sometimes some people will just interrupt abruptly or before the lecturer finishes saying. That is not good, because the lecturers come with preparing the gyan knowledge to share with us. We must at least have the courtesy to let him finish his topic first before we respond or ask questions. Okay, the second line is Mile Asante Master Kara Rahie. Okay, meeting with an unsaintly person, just remain silent. Okay, whether it's unsaintly or unsound is the same. Okay. For example, some people will say that Hindus are also Sikh or Sikhs are also Muslim, which is blatantly a non-true factor. Okay, so we just have to remain silent and you apply Guruji's wisdom. Okay, so that is all for my presentation because I'm running out of time. Okay, I would like to also humbly request all of you to attend our Gurbani Sanya class on Monday at Wada Gurdwara. And I hope that you all can apply the teaching of Guru Gyan into our practical daily lives. Okay, in order to benefit ourselves and society at large. Okay, thank you very much. Waheguru Ji Ka Khalsa, Waheguru Ji Ki Fateh.
Thank you, Gurbal Singh Ji and Chris Ji. That was a very interesting perspective coming from people who have not been born in the Punjabi fold, but are taking on Sikhism. Very interesting indeed. Before I go on to the last presentation, By the way, Gurpal and Chris were presenting on Gurbani Santhya class. And before we go on to the last presentation on Namdev Ji, one more quiz question. Alright, another one on Rag. Ready? In which Rag is the Bani Alhania written in? Lania? The death, Pura Hojan, there we have that. Yes. In which Rag is the Bani Lania written in? Yes, there's one up there. But, yeah, in Rag. But the Rag.
That is not a Rag.
Okay, change question. I'm determined to give prizes. Anyway, the Rag is Rag but Hans. Okay, Rag but Hans. Let's try another one. Guru Arjan Dev Ji compiled and edited the Ard Sri Guru Granth Sahib Ji at which place? Just with the no. Guru Arjan Dev Ji compiled and edited Adi Granth Sahib Ji at which place? Yes. One more try.
No.
Okay. Maybe the city? Close enough? Amritsar. Can we please give the prize? You don't want to make it too difficult. Upinder, can't we give a book? No, you want them to try one more time? This is really hard. Okay. This Masterji really wants you to get it. Alright, one more try. Where was the Adi Granth Sahib compiled and edited? That was just the answer given. No more chocolates?
No. ਤੁਸੀਂ ਲਾਗੇ ਜਾ ਕੇ ਪਹੁੰਚ ਗਏ No, ਪਿੱਛੇ ਸਾਰੇ ਲੱਗ ਰਿਹਾ ਪਰ ਲਾਈ ਜਾਓ ਕਿਤੇ ਨਾ ਕਿਤੇ You're very close to it. याद करो
Oh, there, Chris. Yes, it's in Amritsar. It is in Amritsar, but there's a specific place. Our Master Ji is really getting everyone to get the right answer. I would have given Amritsar.
No. Yes,
Please call Ram.
Hanti.
Yes.
Yay, we got one. Ramsar Sahib. That is where the Adi Granth Sahib. That was where Adi Granth Sahib was compiled and edited. Ramsar Sahib at Amritsar. Alright, with that we will go on with the last presentation, and I will kickstart the last presentation, and me and Hardeep and Ji are doing this. My role is just to give an introduction of Bhagat Namdev Ji. This is a class that we are doing on Saturdays 11 to 12. Hardeep Panji will come in with the details. I will start off with just a little bit of a background of Bhagat Namdev Ji. He was born in 1270 in Maharashtra, before Guru Nanak Dev Ji was even born. And he was a tailor or calico printer in terms of caste, not the high caste, on the low, part of the low caste. And he has 61 hymns in 18 ragas included in the Sri Guru Granth Sahib. Not everything, but Guru Nanak Dev Ji picked out 61 hymns that were in his pothi, which were eventually put in the Guru Granth Sahib by Guru Arjan Dev Ji. And the first thing that struck me about his background and linking it up to the spirit of Sikhi is how our gurus did not find it difficult or did not have an issue with including someone who was Hindu, low caste, or even actually, when I started thinking about it, you could even be Musalman, Farid ji or Kabir ji. You could be a high caste Hindu or you could be a low caste Hindu. And the issue basically being that if you could show, or if he saw, or if the Guru saw your love for God and you were able to imbibe that love in someone else, you were cherished. And that you would be included in the general principles and teachings of Sikhism. I think this is something that I have not heard of before or have not experienced. When you look at other religions, I may be wrong. I don't have much gyan for other religions. But this is something that I found very endearing because of the inclusive nature that we have in Sikhism. Most of the shabats Namdev ji wrote about, and I was thumbing through it, we've gone through 3 quarters, maybe more than 3 quarters, we've only got about 8 more lessons to go, is that he basically focuses on God, and God being everywhere. And I think one of the tuks that came up, or stood out very clearly, was Sab Gobind hai, bin nahe koi. The idea that he has touched everything, even before we think that something has not been touched. From the flowers we put in front of Guru Granth Sahib Ji, they have already been touched by the bees. From the fact that you could be from a high or a very decorated class, or you could be from a humbler class, everybody has to go through pain and pleasure which he brings to everyone. He is in everything and he's in everyone. The idea that even the way we are deceived by duality, ego, greed, all this is his play. But that we all need, because he's in us, we all can tap into him. And that we can actually ask for his guidance. And from this realization that he is in everything and he is actually the great puppet master behind everything, asking him for help, helping us guide us out from the Quagmaya. Others were already continually in this fire. He keeps on calling it a fire. Until that happens, the veil of separation between us and God is not lifted. That was one thing I got out of Namdev Ji. And the second thing I got out of him is that we can plug into God, but for that to happen, we need to have our minds pure. Kahe kau ki jai dhyan japanna, jabte shuddh nahi man apna. The idea here is that we shouldn't be all about the external, but we have to transform the internal. To focus on God, to get rid of our ego, to emulate his characteristics, to do good, to think good, and basically, as what Guru Nanak Dev Ji has said, man jeete, jag jeet, and to remove emotional attachment. Hardeep Panji will go into the details of what we have learned.
Second one, Benji. First one.
Vaheguru Ji Ka Khalsa, Vaheguru Ji Ki Fateh. Thank you, Harvinder, for sharing with us the life and history of Bhagat Namdev Ji. Bhagat Namdev Ji contributed 61 Shabats in Sri Guru Granth Sahib Ji. To date, we in our class have recited 45 hymns of Bhagat Ji. Reading, understanding and reflecting on Bhagat Nam Dev Ji's compositions eliminates many misconceptions. Therefore, with the wisdom we gain from Bhagat Ji's Bani, we can look into ourselves and we can have a better understanding of life. This is explained by Bhagat Dev Ji in this line. Amrit Bani katate ujro atam ko samjhavo. While reading the verses, we have learned many concepts, teachings and values from the Bani of Bhagat Nam Dev Ji. Firstly, one God and oneness of humanity. The first important concept that I have learned from our class is the concept of one God and oneness of humanity. According to Bhagat Ji, there is only one source of the entire creation. If the source is one, then we must realize the oneness of humanity. As he stated in his composition, Sab Gobind hai, earlier on Harbinda has mentioned this, Sab Gobind hai, Gobind bin nahi koi, Soot ek man sat sahans jaise, Ot pot prabasoi. Jal te trang te hai jal, Kehen sunan ko duja. Thus, we must focus on the internal light that is only one. All the outer differences of race, color, creed, language should not become a barrier among us. We must accept and respect everyone's faith, religion, cultures, and traditions. Next, interfaith dialogue. The second most important teaching which appeals to me is interfaith dialogue, as mentioned in Bhagat Nam Dev Ji's Bani, which reads, Bad Bibad, Kahu Syona Ki Jai, Rasana, Ram Rasayan Pijay. Our focus must be to attain the divine virtues, values, and then share with others for the betterment of humanity. We should not make exclusive claims nor get into arguments and useless debate just to prove our superiority. Bhagat Ji said such egocentric debates are meaningless, as he mentioned in the next hymn. Kai re bakbad layo, jin har payo tine chapayo. Besides these philosophical concepts, we can imbibe many values which are helpful to transform our life and society. Next, faith, Bharosa in Punjabi, is the next most important main pillar of our Sikh's life. We must have a faith on Waheguru Ji and our Sri Guru Granth Sahib Ji. Bhagat Ji explains in this verse, Man ki birtha man hi jane, ke puja aage kahiye. If we have a firm faith on our Guruji, then we will be able to make some commitments. Commitment to transform our life, commitment to do something for the well-being of others. We will not slander others and we will not have any feeling of enmity. As Bhagat Ji says, Jo Gurdeo par ninda tyagi. Jo Gurdeo bura pala ek. Next, purity of mind is one of the most important values that we have learnt. Guru Nanak Sahib Ji also mentioned in Japji Sahib about purity of mind in Japji Sahib's first stanza, Soche soch na hoi, je sochi lakhwal. To become truthful, one must attain purity of mind. Bhagat Nam Dev Ji gives an example of a snake and a heron. The snake sheds its skin but does not lose its venom. And the crane appears to be meditating but its focus is on the fish. Similarly, many of us do various rituals but we are not ready to change our mind. We do many rituals outwardly but we are not ready to change our inner mind. It reads, Saap kunj chode, bikh nahi chhate, udak mae jaise bhagtyan mate. Kahe ko kije dhyan japanna, jabte sud nahi man apna. In conclusion, what I have comprehended from Bhagat Namdev Ji's Bani is that Sikhi is a way of life, a way to transform myself and then be ready to uplift others. When we recite and understand all the stanzas in the Shabads of Bhagat Namdev Ji, then we are able to follow the teachings in our life. Thank you. Thank you. Vaheguru Ji Ka Khalsa, Vaheguru Ji Ki Fateh. I must say, I will give credit to this presentation to Dr. Jaswinder Singh Ji.
All right. Are you interested in one more quiz question, or do you want to go on to? Okay, one more quiz question. And then we will have the certificate distribution. Okay, last question. Guru Gobind Singh Ji added which rag in the Sri Guru Granth Sahib Ji? Correct, Jai Javanti. Rag Jai Javanti was the Oh, he's got the book, that's why. It's true. Guru Gobind Singh Ji added Rag Jai Javanti to Sri Guru Granth Sahib Ji. Well then, everybody, not easy questions, but all of you did very well. Good. We will now go on with the certificate distribution by Harmeet Singh Ji from CSGB board. Thank you very much, Harmeet Ji. Please come over.